Hey everyone, Sarah here from the blog StartSimpleAndStrong.com, where I discuss simple routines for simple living. Have you been wanting to have a more simple life? Is the term minimalism piquing your interest? If yes, then this is the video for you. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you 3 steps to help you jumpstart a simple, minimal life. A simple, minimal life is a life that is easy to maintain. It is a life that brings you joy, and it is a life that is filled full of memories and people and experiences, minus all of the extra stuff. At least that's the definition I came up with. That's the beauty of minimalism or essentialism or living with less, is there is no one right or wrong way to have a more simple, minimal life. It is all up to you to have the life that you would like to have. And that's what I'm going to be helping you with today. These 3 steps that I'm going to be sharing with you today are steps that I personally took on my journey to have a more simple, minimal life, and I hope they help you out today as well. The first step to jumpstart a more simple, minimal life is to find your why. The answer doesn't have to be complicated. It could be easy. It could be simple. It could be, I'm sick of all the stuff that's in my house. Or it could be, I want to be able to spend more time with my children than with cleaning. My why aha moment was when I was pregnant with our second child. I was overwhelmed and tired, and I was sick of seeing all the stuff in our house. And if you look back at old pictures, our house wasn't super messy all the time, and it wasn't necessarily too cluttered. For me, what it wasn't necessarily the stuff, it was how I was feeling about all the stuff we had in our house. I was tired. I didn't want to have to maintain everything. That was my why. I just wanted to make our life a little bit easier. Whatever your why is, write it down. That's the first step when you're trying to have a more simple, minimal life. Find your why. The second step to have a more simple, minimal life is to, you guessed it, declutter. Go through your home and remove anything that you are not currently using and loving. Remove the items in your home that you used to love but no longer love anymore. Remove the items in your house that you think, one day when I have more time I will get to this. Remove those items and get them out of your house. This step is the step that you will find the most impact with your home. Removing those items that are not serving you well out of your home and get them out of your life, and it will help you have a more simple, minimal life. Use whatever method to declutter your home that works for you. There are so many different strategies and tips and tricks out there to remove the clutter, but what I will say is this: the first step in removing clutter is just getting started. Get started. Have 10 minutes a day of decluttering. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, however much time you can squeeze into your day to declutter. And just go room by room, drawer by drawer. What worked for me was doing the onion method. What I did is I went through our house over time getting rid of stuff. And I revisited several spaces in our home, not once, not twice, 3, 4, 5 times sometimes, and I got that clutter out. There are a few different ways you can go about removing the clutter from your house. The first is to immediately load up the clutter into donatable boxes and bags and take it to a donation center right away. The second way is to schedule a donation pickup. I've done that too, where I schedule a donation pickup and that's my deadline. I need to declutter our house by this amount of time. And I have that set up on a every few months basis, not that often, but at the beginning I was donating items more regularly. The third thing you could do is go out to your front of your house or on the street corner and put out items for free. I will say with this, make sure you go back and pick up the items so you don't leave a mess for others to clean up. But that has worked really well for me too. And after a few days of doing that, if there's still items out there for free that no one's picked up, what I will do is I will put an ad on Facebook Marketplace or on Craigslist saying free, and if you would like to find the information or find these items, let me know and I'll give you my address. Those are the 3 methods that I have used personally to get items out of the house. Notice I didn't say anything about selling. If you are just starting with the more simple minimal life journey, I highly recommend that you don't let trying to sell an item bog you down and hold you down in the process. Yes, there have been a few high ticket items that we have gotten rid of. A good example is we had a hiking backpack that we had used when we had 1 child, but when we had our 2nd child, we were no longer going on hikes the way we used to, and it was just collecting clutter, that backpack. So I got rid of it and I put it on Facebook Marketplace and I sold it instead of giving it away because it was a high ticket item. But if you have items in your home that are not that expensive, that really are, I say, $50 or less, just get rid of them. The 3rd step to help you have a more simple, minimal life was one that took me by surprise. I didn't think I would need to work on this, and I'm so glad I did. And that is to reduce impulse buying. What is impulse buying, you ask? Impulse buying is an unplanned purchase, but reducing impulse buying really made me aware of my buying habits and spending habits, and it actually ties really well into step number 2, which was to declutter. Because think about this, you spent so much time, sometimes a few days, hours, weeks, months, years, decluttering your home. Why would you want to add clutter back into your home? And after I became aware of my impulse buying habits and how I was driven by impulse, not logic, I guess you could say, it really helped me be content with my life and enjoy having a more simple, peaceful, relaxing space. If you'd like to find out about more simple, minimal life habits and routines, I'll leave a link in the description box with some really amazing resources that I have found that have really personally helped me in my journey to having a more simple, minimal life. Let me know in the comment section down below, what was the best item you have ever decluttered? For me, the best item I ever decluttered was over 30 boxes of teaching materials. Prior to being a stay-at-home mom, I was an elementary school teacher, and I always thought I would go back to teaching, which I still might one day. But in this season of life, I am more than happy to be taking care of our children and spending time with them and not holding on to all those teaching supplies that I think I might use one day. I hope this video gives you some encouragement and ideas to help you jumpstart a more simple, minimal life.